confirmation here. Okay, let's see. Can someone holler in the TikTok if you can see me? I'm not seeing anything. I don't understand. Can anyone confirm that the TikTok's on so I can get the stream started? Hello? Okay, well, hey, at least YouTube and Twitch can see me, right? All right. Maybe you can see yourself, but I hear you and I see you in both. Okay. Okay, we got confirmation. I was hoping to be able to see myself here so that I could talk to mi gente, my people on the ticker and the talker, but it's not. Okay. Okay. On both? I'm live on both? On all three, I mean? I'm live on... Okay, anyway. Hi, everybody. I am so excited that we are now connected live on Black App, Red App, the Purple App. If you can see me, shoot a message over, send a thumbs up. Let me know where you are joining from. Let's dive right into some topics, some celebrity topics. Well, actually, no, a forward. I'm actually really glad that we can now use a live format to get on top of some of these celebrity topics sooner, because while I love doing the recorded readings, it's kind of hard to get them out as fast as I would like. It takes a lot of time to edit them. Perhaps I'm a perfectionist, but I like to make sure that I include all of the little details that I see in the cards, and life be lifing. So that takes a lot longer than I wish it would, but this format is going to allow me to really engage with my shiny followers sooner than later and address some of the topics that you guys are interested in. I'm definitely interested in. Love some tea over here, and I'm sharing that with you guys. So I am really excited and looking forward to embarking on this live streaming journey with all of you. And thank you so much for joining me. Now, some of the topics that I was thinking that we can cover in this live today, something that was really jumping off in my FYP this week, the Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz rumor that they may be separating because there may have been an oops baby. This is actually a reading that I did because sometimes I'm so curious about some of the news that I hear, and I'd like to see what the spirit has to say. I pull out cards in advance, and then I'm like, damn, that would be nice to share with my audience and, you know, get some of your feedback on it. And it's usually not enough to put in a whole episode, a whole extended video, as I usually do on the Red App. I recently learned that I am not able to say the names of all these different platforms because apparently that leads to suppression. Like the algorithms will suppress you in certain platforms. So I hope you guys know what I mean when I say the Black App, the Red App, the Purple App. But I usually upload my long form content on YouTube. That is the main hub. Oh, I said it. I usually upload my my main content on the Red App. And that includes not just the CelebriTEA readings, but also monthly horoscopes, love and career readings. I'm actually preparing a really nice tarot tutorial and study guide for other people that are in love with the meanings of the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. And love to apply the potential messages from these cards to their own life. So hopefully that will be something helpful for those of you that do follow me and enjoy the extended descriptions that I give on the cards. But now that I'm shifting to this live streaming format, I do plan to be more focused on the message of the cards in whole and less about the details of the cards. So the content that I have on my YouTube is more about kind of sharing in this learning journey and process of just remembering what the full meaning and full breadth of meanings for the cards are as I go through and develop or unfold what the message is. Versus in these, it's just going to be more about getting straight to the message, having more fun, covering a few more topics in a shorter amount of time, and most importantly, being able to interact with all of you. And so I hope that we could all embark on this journey together, enjoy what comes of this. I definitely am planning to learn a lot from this of how to adjust and improve as I go. And I thank you so much for being a part of this. So, okay, going back to what I was saying in the beginning, this is a set of polls that I had started for reading a while back. I believe it was like either earlier this week or sometime last week when the Alicia Keys Swizz Beatz news was hot everywhere. Everyone was talking about it. And I just had to know. So I threw out some cards. I thought that we'd start here. I also feel like we have to get down to the bottom of this. Is Cardi B pregnant? Is she not? I think we all think she is. But it's going to be fun to see what the cards have to say. And then huge news this week for the Swifties and for those that follow pop music. Taylor Swift getting engaged to Travis Kelce. I have to be honest. I don't really follow them. I don't really know who he is. But I know that Taylor Swift is major, so it will be fun to see what the cards say about what their future holds, because there's a few whispers online of people kind of side-eyeing that engagement and questioning what the longevity of that relationship may be. All of these relationships seem, or well, in Cardi B's situation, questionable. And the others also, maybe in a fragile or equally questionable state. So it would be interesting to see what the cards have to say. But let's remember that this is for entertainment only. These are no facts, no truth, just tarot. So let's dive in, starting with this Alicia Keys Swizz Beatz reading that I had pulled. Now, the rumor is that, I think I said it earlier at the top of the stream, but the rumor is Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz. If you don't know who they are, Alicia Keys, she introduced herself to music, doing a lot of piano and cool like R&B, maybe sometimes hip hop influenced music. Grew up in New York. Same with Swizz Beatz in terms of growing up in New York. I believe he's from the Bronx, but he was a producer. I know that he, back in the day, produced Beyonce's B-Day album, and he has a lot of other hits that he's been a part of. So when they got together way back in the day, like before we had Twitter and all of these internet streets where we would get the tea, there was a bit of mess. Like it was kind of messy around them getting together because Swizz Beatz was already married. And there were, I guess, rumors, stories, possibly even somewhat confirmed, because I believe his previous wife, Mashonda, released what did they call it? Oh, they called it an open letter. She released something to the effect of that she couldn't believe that Alicia Keys was really involving herself in an affair with her husband. Something like, oh, say it's not so, Alicia. And then we saw pictures of all of them posing as like one big happy family. I am definitely fast forwarding, but basically things were bad when the news hit. And then they had to go ahead and do some cleanup, some PR cleanup for their images, particularly Alicia Keys' image. And from the outside looking in, Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz have been together ever since, but there has been some underground side-eyeing of, well, you know what the streets say, the way you get them is the way you lose them. So now that we're hearing this rumor, because it's not confirmed, now that we're hearing rumor or rumblings or mumblings and whispers of there possibly being a rift in their marriage, Swizz Beatz and Alicia Keys' marriage, and it possibly being similar to what Alicia and Swizz did to his previous wife. By the way, they were married for a long time. I think more than 15 years, which was a surprise to me. They were married, had kids, and then Alicia came in, and I think there was like something about how they were on a plane together and she was like putting a move on him. I don't know. The tea back in the day was to the effect of Alicia Keys being a bit aggressive in pursuing this married man. That previous marriage relationship crumbled. He moved on with Alicia. And fast forward several years and 2 kids later, now we're hearing about a possible breakup. Now, that rumor has been going on, I'd say, for like almost 2 weeks now. And because we haven't seen them come out and try to get in front of it, maybe it's nothing. But if there is some truth to it, this may give us some light as to what the feelings behind it are. So with all of that context and backstory, let's get right into it. So first, we got Page of Cups. So this indicates a sense of emotional intrigue, but also it could really mean that there's something that you have, a new relationship, a new baby, some new emotional connection in your life that's either not going well or you don't want it. It's a heavy burden. So if this is true, that, because the rumor says that Swizz Beatz may have gotten another woman pregnant, which is what's leading to this possible divorce. If that's true, he doesn't want to keep the baby. He wants that to come to an end because it's going to be too much of a headache for him. But it also, aside from just the baby portion, this indicates that there is a lack of passion in a relationship. Like someone wants out, someone wants to give up, someone wants to have a fresh start, experience more growth in their life. And they're tired of fighting, either Alicia or Swizz. There's some sort of ongoing conflict in their relationship. Someone's just over it. So this Eight of Wands indicates that there is rapid change. Someone wants things to progress quickly in terms of either unaliving this potential baby or ending this relationship and moving on to something new and experiencing that growth and getting rid of the conflict or the sense of stagnancy, the lack of passion. Someone wants to move quickly. Then this Six of Pentacles, this indicates someone may be paying someone for something, paying someone off for something. Again, going back to the idea that if someone wants a baby to be unalived or removed, they may be paying to make that happen, to encourage the pregnant person to handle that removal. Or this could be a major payout to either stay in a marriage or the aftermath of a divorce, like division of assets. This may be heavily on the mind of the 2 people involved if they are indeed considering a divorce, as most people do when they are divorcing and dividing assets. But this Nine of Wands indicates that there is a desire to persevere and try to keep the relationship involved. So, keep the relationship together. So this is trying to beat the odds, trying to go against whatever, trying to overcome this difficult time, a desire to be resilient and persevere, which goes against the person who is lacking the passion, who is disinterested. But there is either someone wants to get back to a feeling they had in their past. They want to reconnect to their freedom. They want to reconnect to their inner child. There's something about this relationship that is not allowing them to feel this. Or this could mean that the person, if there is a third wheel, if there is any truth to the rumor about there being an affair, supposed to be having an affair and having someone pregnant, that is probably with someone from his past. Or they could also say that this is karma from the past coming through, catching up, and completing the cycle. Either way, this Hierophant card in reverse indicates a divorce. Let me show it here first. Ooh, checking out my camera view. So glad that it's been a while to set this up. So I just want to make sure I'm making the best use of all my cameras. So the Hierophant in reverse is rebellion, going against the group, and literally could be going against a marriage, actual divorce and breakup, because someone wants to resume the freedom that they've had in the past in their youth, but there is a hesitation to actually pull the trigger. Again, there is a desire to persevere, be resilient, and so the Fool indicates that while divorce may be on the table, it may be a discussion, there is someone hesitating in that Alicia Keys Swizz Beatz relationship. But since the Hierophant was the last card I pulled, it might be inevitable. So time will tell. We shall see. I didn't want to pull more cards because I want to keep these readings short. But if we do hear some more developments about that rumor, I will definitely come back to these. So what do you guys think? Who are on the live stream? What are your thoughts? What do you think will happen with that? Do you think it's just, as they say, just a rumor? Do you think there's some truth to it? What do you think? Like, where do you think it came from? Why do we even? Because it's not like I personally have seen Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz out in a long time. Like, I think they went to a few of the gala, like the fashion thing that comes out once a year here in New York City. I think they went to a few of those events, but I think it's been years since I've seen them in any capacity. So maybe someone's taking advantage of the fact that they are unseen and unheard right now, and maybe just making rumors up about them. Maybe it's a distraction for some reason. I don't know. Kind of came out of nowhere, and then everyone released their opinions, which is what gave it more legs. And because of the history, people that know about how that relationship started had a lot to say. Anyhow, let me check real quick the chat. I haven't seen any messages yet, but it might be something on my end to where I cannot see the messages yet. I tried to set it up so that I can, but I will have to do a lot of troubleshooting still so that I can see everyone's messages in future and be more interactive. Oh, actually, I do think, hi, Kuchunga. Hello. I just cannot see my TikTok stream, unfortunately. But if anyone is looking to do a reading on the stream, my link is in my bio. Just go straight to the link tree, or if you're on the Black app, it's going to probably send you to the red app, and then the link tree will be there at the top. You can submit your reading, and I will be happy to do your reading on live. But for now, let's continue with the next question. Cardi B, we have seen her popping out for this past really summer because she's generating buzz for her upcoming album that's going to be dropping in a few weeks. This next month. That, can you believe we're entering September? It's already end of August, and everyone's edges are snatched in terms of like, how could summer be ending when it feels like we just got started? Like, time is flying at such a crazy pace. Anyhow, back to Cardiana. She has been going through some first drama with her husband of several years, with whom she has 3 kids. He also was a musician by the name of Offset, and his real name is Yari or Kari. But he stepped out on her many times. He was very bold and disrespectful about it. I believe she recently released music bragging about having sex about her with at least 50 women. There's this whole like, oh, you do me, I'll do yours, and just toxicity, unhealthy. And from my understanding, Cardi tried many times to stay with him, and at some point, everyone has a breaking point, and there's only but so much disrespect that someone can take. And also, like, think about it, like being exposing your body to other people's health challenges, or poor hygiene, just unhealthiness. Not healthy to be sharing all of that bodily fluid, especially with someone that you trust. So there was some distrust there, some lack of imbalance, and